We've recently had a series of quakes in London. One of the ladies commented that there were 2 quakes. The latest one yesterday was a 3.3 magnitude. France had quakes all along the border the same day. It could be that the fault lines are awakening. Does that mean that they're going to have a bigger earthquake? Now, we're going to show you the fault lines. Well, we know that France has the Alps that go along Italy, and we never knew that there were such fault lines in France, in the center of France. Here we go, into England. So here we are. Let's remember that the letters are in Greek, because my Google is in Greece, because I'm in Greece. Sorry about that. Now, this is England, and this is where we had the earthquake yesterday, magnitude 3.3. As you can see, it's near Gatwick Airport. It's a beautiful place. It's not far from the English Channel, and this is France over here. That's London. And let's remember that England is a beautiful place. I've been there many times because my sons were going to university there. Beautiful place. It has hot springs, and it's had them since antiquity. Even the Romans knew about it. They had Roman baths, for example. And Bath is one of them. Bath is called Bath because it had hot baths. That's why it got its name, Baths. And we have Leamington Spa is here. I'm sorry, I made the wrong thing. I called that Leamington. That's not. Leamington Spa is where the elite of London used to go for their summer vacation, to go to the country. You know, when you talk about Pride and Prejudice, they would go to the country in the summertime, and they would have they do have wonderful things that you can visit. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's out of this world. When you go and visit Leamington Spa, it's like visiting the 18th, 19th century England. It looks like a little London. They have row houses just like they have in London, the neoclassical type, the white with the dark awnings and railings. And that is a spa, hot springs bath as well. So you've got a number of these things around England, and this is where we had the quake. Now, going back to, let's see, no, that's not it. Going back to where we have tremors, all these areas here are fault lines. You know, Scotland is highlands. The Highlands of Scotland are just beautiful. I've been to Scotland, and it's magnificent. You have to think of yourself as, you know, if you've seen Braveheart, yes, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Highlands, a lot of space, a lot of nature, and the animals are fat and healthy because they have a lot of wonderful grass to eat, a lot of clean water to drink. But it's all fault lines. All fault lines, as you can see here. Okay, now, okay, this is Scotland. The top of Scotland, as you can see, is all mountains because it's fault lines. Fault lines. That's why you have all these jagged mountains up there. And this is France. This is the main area of France. It's not the coastlines. If we go to the coastlines, for example, here, let's go to this map. This is where we had the earthquake in Horsham, okay, near Gatwick Airport, south of London. And these are the Alps over here, Switzerland, the Switzerland-France border at the top of Italy. And you've had quakes all along the coast here, and here, and here. And they even had an earthquake in southern Germany. The France quakes were 3.0. Here we are. France, February 27, 3.0, 2 kilometers depth. France, 3.0, 10 kilometers depth, and it was about 1 second apart. Okay? And this is, I just found this site, this is Alatra TV, earthquakes. You've had a lot of activity in the Mediterranean as well, but let's go now to England. As we can see, this is the north of France, this is the English Channel, and these are the fault lines that we had. This one here is exactly where we had the earthquake in Horsham. Right there, where you see that little tooth coming out towards the English Channel there. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's right along the fault line, which seems to pass right up to Leamington Spa. And this other one here is another fault line to the south, right? There we go. That goes up to Leamington Spa. If you extend the line up, it goes to Leamington Spa, right there, that line there. And the other line here towards that little tooth there. That little tooth there goes towards Bath. You can see that indentation there, the cutting of the land. Let's go back here, the cutting of the land. Well, that's Horsham. Is this one here? Well, it sort of goes off, but that's the cutting of the land right there. Okay, so that's where we had the earthquake. And one of the ladies that gave me a comment said we've had 2 earthquakes in London. That's very unusual, but if we go out, I remember I was in the UK when they had an earthquake in Reading. There's Reading. Okay, Reading. Okay, that's about an hour's very fast train ride from west. It's west of London, and that's the University of Reading, where my son was going to university there for business. Very quaint town. That's town, it's a city actually. But, okay, it's about an hour's train ride west of London, but they had an earthquake there. Obviously, they had an earthquake because it's on the it's on the fault line leading to, well, it's not, that's not Leamington. Leamington is up more. Where are we? Okay, there. Where's Leamington? That's Leamington. That's Reading there, that little round thing, and that's it right there. Right along the fault line. And that's another one there. Okay. So yeah, you have earthquakes in England, and it seems like they're awakening. I don't know what's happened lately, but they're awakening. As we said today, all of France, all along the coast, the south of France, around Marseille, not the Alps, but they're expecting a big earthquake in the Alps as well, but still. That's what happened when they had, a couple of years ago, they had that avalanche that took the lives of many of the, it was in April, and it took the lives around Easter, and it took the lives of many mountain climbers there because they had an avalanche, and it broke one of the bridges that they were able to use to come back, the ice bridges. So yeah. And they had earthquakes around this area as well, in France, all around the coast for some very weird reason. You know, we see them as old, very quiet places, very quaint places. We think, oh, they're so silent, they're so quiet, that's so cute, that's so nice. But they're full of faults and hot springs. Geothermal energy, of course, the hot springs. And the tall mountains in, of course, I don't think we can get into that picture, but along the coast, let's go here, pan out. Along the coast, you can see that's a tectonic plate. And that's where you have Scotland's huge mountains, and of course here, Ireland as well. Okay, that's why we saw those earthquakes. That's not good news because of the fact that France had them as well. On the north, I had that page open, I can't find it. I don't know what happened. I think I got rid of it. I'm sorry about that. And you had them around here. Greece was hopping the whole week. Greece here, this here. As we know, this is you can see this fault line here extending from the Anatolia plate here. Go out. This here is the Anatolia plate, and it curves this way. And all of this area was hopping, is still hopping. And this is the volcanic arc. This is a volcanic arc, and this is the end of the tectonic plate here. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention. The fact that England and France, of course we had El Hierro active out here, in the Canary Islands. All these are volcanic islands. We've had earthquakes here at Gibraltar. We've had them on the coast of Spain and on the Marseille, south of France and north of France. We've had them here in Germany, which is at the border of France again. We've had it in Germany. I didn't look towards the, I think a day or two ago, we had one in Finland, I think, if I remember correctly. And England has joined the group rattling around. So we'll keep an eye out on this as well. Thank you, have a good day, and God bless you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.